hello there, my darlings. Happy Thursday and welcome to another speed build. I did say that we were going to be getting another speed build up today, and this is what we've been and gone and done, darlings. So this is the modern A-frame. I called it the future A-frame. You can see in the top left, and it just didn't have a ring to it that I enjoyed. So I changed it. So this is the modern A-frame, my loves. Now, I am using custom content today as well, from the lovely creators Felix, Harrie, and also a little bit of Charly Pancakes and some Pierisim thrown in there as well. So if you've got all of this stuff, you should be able to download this into your gallery. I will leave a link down below with my Google Doc, where all of the CC that I use is linked in there. So hello, anyway, here we are on another very warm day in the UK. So the modern A-frame, I got very inspired from an image that I saw on Pinterest of this kind of futuristic looking A-frame house. So I took a lot of inspiration from that and decided on building one myself in The Sims. Now we are in the world of Glimmerbrook today as well. So I just think, as with a lot of my modern builds, this world just looks really good with modern builds built in it. So that's what I've been and gone and done this time. Yes, I have. So this is a very kind of open aspect house. Lots of kind of inside, outside living. I mean, it's nestled in the middle of this beautiful area of woodland and whatnot. So it kind of lends itself well to kind of having that inside outside vibe going on. Now I'm playing around with a lot of roofs. A lot of roofs came into play with this build, to kind of get the shape and the vibe that I wanted to get across. I still wanted that very A-frame looking sort of like feeling, but I also wanted it to look kind of inside outside, as I was saying just before. And I did that with the roofs. Now I will say, this house is not the easiest house to play in, because we all know what it's like to play with the camera and the roofing. The roof, your camera just shoots off everywhere. So pre-warned, if you do download this off the gallery, you will be shooting off to Timbuktu and back again, because of the camera. The way that the camera works, it's just a bit crap. So you'll have to excuse that, but it's not my fault. You have to blame The Sims, loves. But I still had a lot of fun. Building this, really did, and I had a lot of fun furnishing it as well. Got to use Felix and Harrie's new Baysic collection for the first time in this build, so that's what I went and did, using Pierisim's mid-century. The mid-century pack comes in very prominent into this build. So if you've got Pierisim's mid-century custom content plus all the other stuff, you should have everything in your game that you will need to have this build. But it just, that concrete on the front, the wood that I also use in the interior. I do use a little bit of LittleDica as well. That fence is from LittleDica's coffee grinding kit. So I'll make sure to link down below all of the creators that I have used. And as long as you've got all their CC, you should be absolutely fine, darlings. You should be absolutely fine about getting this in your game. But yeah, had a lot of fun. As always, a lot of fun building this. Really did. It was nice to think kind of outside the box with this one, because we've been doing a lot of British builds and stuff lately. And I'm looking to mix things up with the speed builds for the minute. I'm still on this very kind of dark wood journey with the interiors and stuff. So that comes very prominently into the build in the interior. And also the exterior, lots of dark wood on the exterior as well. So anyway, this bedroom, this build has got 2 bedrooms. It's got an upstairs kind of like entertainment cinema space with balconies on both edges, and then downstairs it's got a living room, an office, and a kitchen. That's all kind of open plan-esque, really. And also a dining space out underneath on the ground level, but you'll see that one once we get to furnishing it. I had a lot of fun playing around with this build. Yes, I did indeed. So tomorrow on the channel, we're going to be continuing on with some more Potter project. I'm going to bring a Potter project out tomorrow, because I know I've had a few of you guys asking for it. So that is what's going to be coming on. I'm streaming tonight as well. If you guys do want to join me, I couldn't stream last night because my office was as hot as a pair of ball bags, loves. It was steamy, it was sweaty, and it was sticky. and I couldn't deal with it. So I couldn't stream last night, sadly. But tonight, it's cooler today. It's cooler. It's still like 25 degrees where I am, but my office has actually stayed a lot cooler today. So I'm actually streaming The Quarry. It's a new horror game that has just came out. So if you guys want to come and join me and get your pants scared off, 7 p.m. GMT, darlings. Now, ignore those windows that I was just putting on just then. We actually changed that area because I could put access out from that area. And I also put in a toilet downstairs as well. I put in a toilet downstairs, and this is me doing that just now. And we actually get rid of those windows altogether and put a door there because that's where I decided to put a bit of dining space. And it just works well. It works well. So all of the wallpapers are Pierisim, the concrete wall, the wood, as I said, and also the flooring. The flooring is Pierisim as well, and I love it. Aren't you? I love that mid-century collection that he did. It's one of my favourites that he's done so far, if not my favourite. I don't know. Oak House is another amazing one, but I love them all the same. I really do. Anyway, so this is me, look, doing a bit of terrain painting, taking my time with it. You know, I wanted a little like island of like sort of vegetation and landscaping on this part to kind of separate the sort of carport area. Took my time with it, came back the next day and the terrain paint was disappeared. So once again, that bug in The Sims 4 is here to stay, it just seems. I don't think they're going to be fixing it. So lovely. Love that for us. Really excited about it. Not salty at all. Now, I don't show a lot of landscaping, sadly. And it's because I was so pissed off with the fact that my terrain paint disappeared that I was just landscaped. And then I was like, oh, damn, I didn't record it. So I'm very sorry. You'll only see a little bit of landscaping going on today, my loves. But it's not that massively exciting. I just, once again, tried to blend in the outside sort of like boundary area with the actual lot itself. So I used a lot of greenery and rocks and stuff, really, and it's not too exciting. But yeah, I just got a bit carried away when I was pissed off at the fact that all my landscaping had fucked off. Not landscaping, terrain painting. And I was a bit annoyed about it, really was. Thank you for your lovely comments on my speed build yesterday as well. Yes, I did forget a fridge, as 25 of you told me. Thank you very much. I'll make sure to remember to put it in once we get to actually furnishing those apartments. I can't wait. Can you wait? I've got all of my characters all written down, ready to make them in cast. So we'll crack on with that as soon as we've finished up that farm, which is probably going to take another couple of weeks, as I said. So yeah, it's going to be happening. Now, this hot spring, I had to move it only slightly. I had to push it over and turn it around a bit off of camera. You'll see that in the video tours anyway. Because I didn't place it properly and they weren't able to get into the actual hot springs itself. I thought they had to step up onto that rock and they don't. They have to, it just needs to be level with the ground. But we end up sorting that out anyway off of camera. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. But yeah, this is all me terrain paint that actually disappeared. Now we are back in the game. I've done a lot of landscaping. And I've just... yeah, I put all the terrain paints back in, but this was the point at which I was like, damn! And very annoyed, so very annoyed with it. Oh, I can't believe that bug's still in the game. It's so annoying. So bloody annoying. When I was building this, I don't know why I'm going to go into the spiel, but I am. I've started watching This Is Us. Has anybody seen the series This Is Us? It's an American kind of drama series about a family. Oh, so good. I've had one of my friends, lovely Leander. You guys might know him from Twitch and YouTube. He's another Sims 4 creator. He was going on about it before. And I was like, oh, that sounds quite good, actually. I'll give that a go one day. And yeah, I'm like quite a way into the first series. So I'm really enjoying it. Let me know if there's any other This Is Us fans out there, because I'll be very much interested. Don't spoil anything for me or anyone in the comments. But it's a real tearjerker series. I was actually building and crying at one point. So I can safely say I've done a Sims 4 build, but I've been sobbing my heart out, jokes. Anyway, so you saw us just furnish the kind of sort of hot spring area where I put some sun lounges and stuff down. This is the kind of main decking area that's got that kind of inside-outside vibe. Now, if I was being very picky, and I am going to be picky because I am a Virgo, this build would look 100% better if we were able to have the kind of roofs coloured underneath. You know, if this texture was underneath of that roof as well, I would be so much happier. Now, we know that they can do that because they have done that with werewolves. Why can't they just do that with all the roofs, for goodness sake? And I've said this before as well. There was a bug once. There was a bug in The Sims 4 once where the roof texture actually appeared underneath. And I specifically asked some of the gurus not to fix it because we all loved it. And there was plenty of you out there that were actually agreeing with me. And they didn't listen. They didn't listen and they fixed it. And we're all a bit fuming. But yeah, it would have looked so much better. And also the ceilings on the inside, if we could colour the ceilings, this house would just look a lot better. But I didn't have chance to put in a default ceiling replacement before filming this, so I didn't in the end. Now, I use a lot of greenery inside and outside in this build, again to pull in the outside to the inside and the inside to the outside. Yeah, I've got nothing more to say about that, to be honest. Just that's what I wanted to do. Now, my thoughts were hot springs, they're probably going to need a shower. And I was like, well, they've got a shower inside. That inside bit on the right, there's going to be a toilet shower. But I was like, it'd be nice if we could have an outside shower underneath. So that's what I did, separated off with some dividers. And I put an inside-outside shower out here. And it just really worked, and this is where I was like, oh, we can actually use these plants here rather than those dividers. So I separate off the outside shower with those plants instead. And I just think it looks lush. And this is how this area kind of stays. So that little door goes straight into the house. So you can get out this car. And then it's got this outside dining space as well. So nice. You can still eat inside, but it's up on kind of a bar countertop rather than the actual dining table itself. But I'm very happy with it. Very happy with how it came out. And obviously some planters out the back too. So that's what we're doing. We're into the interiors. So I really wanted this to be open planned, but I still wanted some feeling of separation. So that's when I use those bathroom dividers. I just think they act really well as not having a solid wall. The light can still pass through. And I'm for it. And I use the gorgeous new kitchen from Harrie and Felix as well as part of their, I think it is the Baysic collection, isn't it? And it's called like Colour Pop or something. I don't know. I'm not well versed on this one just yet. But it's beautiful. The kitchen is amazing. And I love that they've used some wooden countertops as well. It just, that made my day seeing them, especially with this grey. I'm trying to get these greys right at the minute. We end up going a bit lighter with that grey on the interior. So in the interiors, it's very modern. It is very modern. But I also still wanted it to kind of look outdoorsy / industrial in a way. So that's the kind of vibe we went for. And I like it. Well, you know me. I love wood. I love cement. I love all of that concrete kind of business all mixed together. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how it turned out. Very small living room, but I wouldn't imagine people living here would use the living room too much. Main reasons being is that they've got a huge cinema room on the top floor, which is the 3rd floor, by the way. And they've got all of this outside space. I reckon the Sims living in this place would probably be very outdoorsy Sims. So that's what I wanted to portray. This lot would look really good in granite floors as well. I did debate on building there, but I was just like, no, do you know what? I even tried Moonwood Mill. I was like, should we go there? And I was just like, no, not the vibe. So I decided on this. My favourite lot, the biggest lot actually, in Glimmerbrook. It's just a lovely lot to build on, really is. Love this new bookcase as well by Harrie. Absolutely gorgeous bookcase. And yeah, I love it. Love that there's a little ladder that you can like snap onto it as well. It's just beautiful. It really is. Really is. And I think you guys have all been enjoying their new pack as well, because I've seen so many lovely comments to them. I have, and I've actually been able to use this stereo as well, which is lovely record player. There is a separate little record player as well, but I decided I'm going for the big one instead. Now, I did do a little home office here as well, so again separating off by use of those dividers and stuff, just to give it its own place, but yet still feel very open to the rest of the house. using that gorgeous desk from, I can't remember what collection that's from, but it is from Harrie and Felix, or just Harrie. No, maybe Harrie and Felix. No idea. It's all getting confusing now. They've got so much stuff out. I'm getting confused. But I love how this little office nook kind of came together. Quite minimal, very minimal house actually. No clutter and stuff around too much. But I still enjoy it. Still enjoy the kind of full aspect of how this house came together in the end. And this is like a little boot room. Again, as I said, they're probably very outdoorsy people. So I would imagine this like bench might have some storage underneath of it or something to put your shoes in, to keep it all out the way, very clean, but still have a big room for, you know, activities, outside activities. So this is the master suite. Master suite is quite big. It is big. It's the perfect size, I think. I decided on raising the bed up on a platform as well. I just wanted, because of the lovely view out the front. Yes, there are those dividers on the front to give it some kind of privacy, because, and out the back I've just left all the windows completely bare of them. But this in Glimmerbrook, I was thinking about the road and stuff here. So I put those dividers up, and then it saves you having to have blinds up at the windows and stuff. So that's what I did. And I used their new modular wardrobe as well, which I absolutely love. It is so lovely, and it comes with separate kind of doors that you can just snap onto place. Bloody lovely. And then we did a little child's bedroom as well. So, a couple of kids. I did a 2-bedroom. Yeah, using a lot of Charly Pancakes small stuff in this room, but also mixed in with some tiny Twavellers. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that is it in this room. And some in-game items, to be honest. I mixed it all in, but I wanted to go with that darker brown and green aspect with this, and that's what I did. I just think it came out really nice too. Very natural, and again, using my favourites, wood and green, and you know, I need to mix things up a little bit though with some CC and start doing some more colourful aspects, because I've been very neutral recently with a lot of my sort of modern CC builds. So I definitely want to mix things up a little bit. Now I'm going to apologise actually for this bathroom as well, because the roof was just playing havoc with this bathroom. I was trying to do all sorts here to try and stop the camera from bouncing around too much, but in the end I just had to go with it and struggle. So that's what happens. And you look at me, I'm bouncing around here. Using Pierisim's shower and stuff as well. Oak House. Is it the Oak House shower? I can't remember. No idea at all. But this, look at me struggling to get this bloody camera to stay. And that's with that camera fix that I did as well. It was not having any of it. So in the end, I just gave up. And it looks nice. It looks nice. Sorry, lots of M's today. More than normal. But it's been a week, love it. It has. It's been a week. But I'm here, you know. And that's all that can be said. So this is the final room that you're going to see getting furnished. This is the upstairs. I did it again. Entertainment space. So I was going to do like a games room. I was going to put like foosball up here with a dartboard and stuff. And I was just like, do you know what? It doesn't fit the vibe of this house. I think they would be more inclined to have like a really lovely movie room with a little bar and stuff up here. So that's what I did. And I used the Harlux bar. I think it's the Harlux bar. This one here that you can just put on top of any surface and it acts as a bar. So that's what I did. That is what I did. And yeah, I think it fits in with this room rather bloody lovely indeed. I'm going to start rounding things up here anyway. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for sticking with me with this week without me being here. I appreciate it. I really do. Content is hopefully going to get back to full swing next week, weather permitting, because if it's still a bit too hot next week, then you're just going to have to bear with me, loves, and hope for the best. But I'm going to leave you now. I'll be back tomorrow with some Potter Project. You're going to go and watch a video tour. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, my darlings. Bye.